Let me ask you a simple question. Who is in control of your life? Most of us might answer, I am, but let me dig a little deeper. Are you really in control? Or are you being driven by habits, distractions, fears, or even other people's expectations? Here's the truth. If you don't control your mind will control you. And when your mind controls you, you hand over the steering wheel of your life to autopilot, allowing external forces to dictate your destiny. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. What you think, you eventually believe. What you believe, you act upon. And what you act upon determines the outcomes you achieve. This concept may sound simple, but its power is immense. Most people underestimate the influence their thoughts have on their lives, believing external circumstances dictate their success or failure. The truth is that your inner world, your mindset, beliefs, and thought patterns shapes your outer world far more than you might imagine. Think of your mind as a fertile garden. Every thought you entertain is a seed. If you plant positive, empowering thoughts, seeds of confidence, determination, and gratitude, you cultivate a thriving, abundant life. But if you plant seeds of fear, doubt, and negativity, your mind becomes overrun with weeds, and those weeds choke out the possibility of growth and success. The choice of what you plant is entirely yours. This is where the responsibility lies, to deliberately choose thoughts that align with the life you desire, not the life you fear. Consider how often negative thoughts creep into your mind without invitation. These thoughts may whisper, you're not good enough, you'll never succeed, or what's the point in trying over time? If left unchecked, these thoughts solidify into beliefs that feel immovable. These limiting beliefs act as invisible barriers, holding you back from taking action or reaching your potential. But here's the thing, thoughts are not facts. They're fleeting, malleable, and entirely within your control. When you begin to challenge and replace negative thoughts with constructive ones, you reclaim the power they once had over you. This transformation begins with awareness. Many of us go through life on autopilot, allowing habitual patterns of thought to dictate our behavior. We don't realize how much of our day is spent dwelling on worries about the past or anxieties about the future. To regain control of your thoughts, you must become conscious of them. Start by observing your mental dialogue. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself about who you are, what you're capable of, and what's possible. This isn't about suppressing negative thoughts or pretending they don't exist. It's about acknowledging them and choosing not to let them take root. Once you've cultivated awareness, the next step is to redirect your focus. A practical way to do this is by using affirmations. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements that reinforce empowering beliefs. For instance, instead of allowing a thought like I'll never succeed to linger, replace it with I am capable of achieving my goals. Repeat this new thought until it feels natural. While it may feel awkward at first, repetition is key. Over time, affirmations reshape the neural pathways in your brain, making positive thinking a default state rather than an effortful one. Visualization is another powerful tool for shaping your thoughts. The mind doesn't distinguish vividly imagined scenarios from real experiences. By visualizing yourself succeeding, whether it's landing your dream job, excelling in a skill, overcoming a challenge, you train your mind to believe in that possibility. Visualization creates mental rehearsals that prepare you to act with confidence when the opportunity arises. This mental preparation reduces fear and builds the belief that success is achievable. Another important aspect of controlling your thoughts is filtering what you allow into your mind. The people you spend time with, the media you consume, and the environment you inhabit all influence your thinking. Surround yourself with positive, growth-oriented influences. Spend time with people who uplift and inspire you rather than those who drain your energy or feed your insecurities. Be mindful of the content you consume: books, podcasts, social media, and news. These inputs either nourish your mind or clutter it with negativity. Choose wisely, for these inputs form the foundation of your thought patterns. The relationship between your thoughts and your emotions is also significant. Your thoughts act as the trigger for your feelings, and those feelings, in turn, influence your actions. For instance, if you dwell on a thought like I'm not good at this, you'll likely feel discouraged or anxious. That emotional state may lead to avoidance or half-hearted effort, reinforcing the belief that you're incapable. On the other hand, a thought like I can learn and improve fosters feelings of hope and determination, prompting you to take action and make progress. This cycle, thoughts influencing emotions and emotions influencing actions, demonstrates why controlling your thoughts is so crucial to shaping your reality. It's important to remember that controlling your thoughts doesn't mean suppressing all negative emotions or ignoring challenges. Life will inevitably throw obstacles your way, and it's natural to feel frustration, sadness, or fear at times. The goal isn't to eliminate these feelings, but to approach them with a mindset of resilience and growth. Instead of seeing challenges as insurmountable, train your mind to view them as opportunities for learning and growth. This shift in perspective allows you to navigate difficulties with grace and determination. The journey to controlling your thoughts requires practice and patience. It's not a one-time decision, but a daily commitment to choose empowering thoughts over limiting ones. The more consistently you make this choice, the stronger your mental discipline becomes. Over time, you'll notice a profound shift, not only in your mindset, but also in the quality of your life. You'll find that challenges feel less overwhelming, opportunities seem more abundant, and your goals feel more attainable. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. You become the author of your story, rather than a passive character reacting to circumstances. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Use it to build the life you want, not the one you fear. The power is within you, and the time to take charge is now. Emotions are one of the most powerful forces driving human behavior. They shape how we perceive situations, how we interact with others, and ultimately how we live our lives. But while emotions are natural and essential to the human experience, allowing them to control us can lead to impulsive decisions, unnecessary conflicts, and a lack of clarity in achieving our goals. The key to creating a balanced and fulfilling life is learning to master your emotional reactions. When you can control how you respond to emotional triggers, you regain power over your actions, choices, and outcomes. It's important to first recognize that emotions themselves are not the enemy. Anger, sadness, fear, joy, and love, all these feelings serve a purpose. They alert us to our needs, signal our boundaries, and enrich our lives. However, problems arise when emotions dictate our actions without the guidance of reason. For example, reacting out of anger might lead to hurtful words or actions that damage relationships. Acting out of fear might prevent us from pursuing opportunities or taking necessary risks. In contrast, mastering your emotions allows you to process them fully while making intentional, thoughtful decisions that align with your goals. The first step in mastering your emotions is self-awareness. Many of us go through life unaware of the triggers that spark our emotional reactions. You might feel angry during a disagreement without realizing that the real trigger is a sense of not being heard or understood. You might feel anxious about an upcoming challenge without identifying that the root of the anxiety is fear of failure or judgment. By pausing to reflect on your emotions, you can uncover the underlying thoughts or beliefs fueling them. This self-awareness creates a crucial gap between feeling and acting. Practicing mindfulness is a powerful way to develop this awareness. Mindfulness is the art of observing your emotions without judgment. When a strong emotion arises, instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to notice what you're feeling. Label the emotion, I'm feeling frustrated or I'm feeling nervous. This simple act of acknowledgement reduces the intensity of the emotion and gives you the mental space to choose your response. Mindfulness helps you break the cycle of automatic reactions and replace them with deliberate action. Another essential component of emotional mastery is learning to manage emotional intensity. Strong emotions, particularly negative ones, can feel overwhelming, but instead of suppressing or ignoring these feelings, it's important to process them in healthy ways. Deep breathing, for instance, can calm the physiological effects of stress or anger, allowing you to think more clearly. Journaling is another effective tool, as it provides a safe outlet to express your emotions and gain insights into your thought patterns. Physical activities such as going for a walk or engaging in exercise can also help release pent-up energy and restore emotional equilibrium. It's equally important to reframe your perspective on emotional situations. Many emotional reactions stem from how we interpret events rather than the events themselves. For example, if a colleague critiques your work, you might feel defensive or embarrassed because you interpret the critique as a personal attack. However, by reframing the situation as an opportunity for growth or collaboration, you shift from an emotional reaction to a constructive response. Reframing allows you to view challenges and conflicts through a lens of curiosity and growth, rather than fear or judgment. In mastering emotional reactions, it's also helpful to cultivate empathy. Empathy allows you to understand and validate the feelings of others, which can diffuse tension in emotionally charged situations. When someone else is upset or angry, their emotions can trigger your own defensive or reactive tendencies. However, by empathizing with their perspective, you create a space for connection and resolution rather than conflict. Empathy doesn't mean agreeing with everything someone says, or does it mean acknowledging their emotions as valid and working toward mutual understanding. Setting boundaries is another critical aspect of emotional control. There are times when people or circumstances challenge your emotional stability. Whether it's a toxic relationship, an overly demanding job, or a negative environment, recognizing when and how to set boundaries protects your emotional well-being. Boundaries might include saying no to additional responsibilities, stepping away from unhealthy conversations, or limiting exposure to situations that drain your energy. By prioritizing your emotional health, you empower yourself to respond to life's challenges with clarity and strength. Self-compassion is a final yet often overlooked element of emotional mastery. Many people are harsh with themselves when they experience negative emotions, believing they should always be calm, composed, or happy. However, berating yourself for feeling upset or overwhelmed only amplifies those emotions. Instead, practice self-compassion by acknowledging that emotions are a natural part of being human. Remind yourself that it's okay to feel anger, sadness, or fear, and that these emotions don't define you. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend going through a tough time. Emotional mastery is a lifelong journey. It requires practice, patience, and a commitment to self-awareness. There will be moments when you falter, when emotions get the better of you despite your best efforts. But each experience offers a chance to learn and grow. With time, you'll find that situations that once felt overwhelming no longer have the same power over you. You'll face challenges with a sense of calm, handle conflicts with grace, and approach life with greater resilience and purpose. In mastering your emotional reactions, you reclaim control over your life. You become the author of your story, choosing how to respond to the highs and lows with intention and wisdom. By strengthening your emotional discipline, you create a foundation for personal growth, healthier relationships, and a life guided by purpose rather than impulse. Life is filled with challenges and uncertainties, many of which are entirely beyond our control. The weather, other people's actions, global events, and even random occurrences can have a significant impact on our lives. Yet trying to control these external factors is not only futile but also exhausting. The key to living a balanced and fulfilling life lies in shifting your focus away from what you cannot control and instead concentrating on what you can, your attitude, your effort, and your responses. This shift in perspective is not just empowering, it's transformative. When we spend too much time worrying about things outside our control, we give away our energy to forces that cannot be influenced. For example, you might feel frustrated when someone cuts you off in traffic, or anxious when you hear bad news on TV. These reactions are natural, but allowing them to dominate your thoughts and emotions achieves nothing productive. The energy spent on anger or anxiety could instead be directed toward things within your control, such as how you choose to handle the situation or the mindset you adopt moving forward. Redirecting your focus is a conscious choice that can significantly reduce stress and improve your quality of life. One of the first steps in shifting this focus is recognizing the distinction between what you can and cannot control. It's a simple exercise. Imagine drawing two circles, one inside the other. In the smaller circle, write down everything you can control, such as your thoughts, actions, and the way you treat others. In the larger circle, write what you cannot control, such as other people's opinions, external circumstances, or the passage of time. By visualizing this separation, you create clarity and can begin to free yourself from the burden of trying to manage the unmanageable. This clarity doesn't mean you ignore or deny external circumstances. Instead, it means approaching them with a mindset of acceptance and adaptability. Acceptance does not equal resignation. It simply means acknowledging reality without resistance. For example, if a project at work faces unexpected delays, you could waste energy blaming others or lamenting the situation. Alternatively, you could accept the delay as a fact and focus your efforts on what you can do in response, such as reorganizing your schedule or communicating solutions to your team. Acceptance shifts your energy from frustration to action, allowing you to remain productive and solution-oriented. Effort is one of the most powerful tools you can control, and it often serves as a counterbalance to external unpredictability. While you can't guarantee outcomes, you can control the effort you put into achieving your goals. Whether it's preparing for an exam, pursuing a career opportunity, or nurturing a relationship, the amount of energy, focus, and persistence you dedicate is entirely up to you. By focusing on your effort rather than the outcome, you reclaim a sense of agency and satisfaction. Success becomes less about external validation and more about the pride of knowing you gave your best. Attitude is another critical area within your control, and it has a profound impact on how you experience life. Your attitude shapes your perception of events and your ability to navigate challenges. For instance, two people may face the same difficult situation, such as losing a job. One might adopt an attitude of despair, focusing on the loss and feeling helpless. The other might see it as an opportunity to explore new career paths or develop new skills. The situation is identical, but the outcomes are vastly different because of the attitudes involved. Choosing an optimistic and resilient attitude can make even the toughest circumstances more manageable. Your response to external events is perhaps the most immediate and powerful form of control you have. While you cannot dictate what happens to you, you can always choose how to respond. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and renowned psychologist, encapsulated this idea in his famous quote, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." This principle is universal. Whether you're facing criticism, adversity, or unexpected change, your response determines whether you become reactive or proactive, a victim of circumstances or a creator of solutions. Another advantage of focusing on what you can control is the reduction of mental clutter. Worrying about things beyond your influence not only drains your energy, but also creates unnecessary stress. For example, obsessing over global events or other people's opinions often leads to feelings of helplessness. Instead, channel your attention toward what you can do locally or personally. If you're concerned about the environment, focus on actions like reducing waste or supporting sustainable practices in your community. If you're worried about relationships, focus on improving communication and showing kindness to those around you. By narrowing your focus, you lighten your mental load and increase your sense of empowerment. This approach also fosters resilience. When you concentrate on what you can control, you become better equipped to adapt to life's uncertainties. Challenges become opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to fear. For instance, a missed opportunity may feel like a setback, but by focusing on what you can control, learning from the experience, improving your skills, and seeking new chances, you turn the setback into a stepping stone. Resilience thrives when you take ownership of your actions and attitude, regardless of external circumstances. Focusing on what you can control is not about denying the complexity or unpredictability of life. It's about reclaiming your power in a world that often feels overwhelming. By channeling your energy into areas where you can make a difference, you not only improve your own well-being, but also influence those around you in positive ways. When you choose to focus on your attitude, effort, and responses, you lead by example, inspiring others to do the same. The ripple effect of this mindset can create meaningful change, even in the face of uncertainty. Developing mental strength through habits is one of the most transformative ways to take control of your life. Mental strength isn't something people are born with, it's a skill that can be cultivated over time, just like physical fitness. By building consistent, intentional habits that strengthen your mind, you can better navigate challenges, maintain focus on your goals, and respond to life's ups and downs with resilience and clarity. These habits serve as the foundation for a strong, disciplined mind, enabling you to handle whatever comes your way with confidence and poise. Mental strength starts with consistency. Just as you can't build muscle by going to the gym once, you can't develop mental toughness through occasional efforts. It requires daily practice and commitment to habits that nurture your emotional, psychological, and cognitive well-being. One powerful habit for building mental strength is mindfulness. Mindfulness trains you to focus on the present moment rather than getting caught up in worries about the past or future. Even a few minutes of mindfulness meditation each day can help you develop awareness of your thoughts and emotions, creating space to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Over time, this habit strengthens your ability to stay calm under pressure and maintain perspective in stressful situations. Journaling is another highly effective habit for developing mental resilience. Writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences helps you process emotions and gain clarity on complex situations. By regularly reflecting on your challenges, accomplishments, and personal growth, you build self-awareness and learn to approach difficulties with a problem-solving mindset. Journaling also provides a record of your progress, reminding you of how far you've come and reinforcing your ability to overcome obstacles. This practice can be as simple as writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day, or setting intentions for how you want to respond to challenges. Physical exercise plays a surprisingly important role in building mental strength. Exercise not only improves physical health, but also boosts mood, reduces stress, and enhances cognitive function. Engaging in regular physical activity teaches discipline, perseverance, and the value of pushing through discomfort to achieve a goal. Whether it's running, weightlifting, yoga, or a sport you enjoy, the habit of consistent exercise strengthens both your body and your mind, making you more resilient in the face of life's challenges. Establishing a morning routine is another habit that can set the tone for a mentally strong day. How you start your morning often influences the rest of your day. A well-structured morning routine might include activities like meditation, exercise, journaling, or reading something inspiring. These practices help you begin your day with intention and focus, creating momentum that carries into your work, relationships, and personal goals. A consistent routine provides stability and reinforces your ability to prioritize what truly matters. Another crucial habit for building mental strength is setting and achieving small goals. Many people become overwhelmed by the size or complexity of their ambitions, leading to procrastination or self-doubt. Breaking larger goals into smaller, manageable steps creates a sense of progress and achievement. Each small victory reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed, building confidence and resilience over time. This habit also trains you to focus on the process rather than becoming fixated on the outcome, which is a hallmark of mentally strong individuals. Practicing gratitude is an often overlooked but incredibly powerful habit for mental resilience. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, fostering a positive outlook even during challenging times. Taking a few moments each day to reflect on the things you're grateful for, whether it's supportive relationships, personal achievements, or simple pleasures, helps you cultivate a mindset of abundance and contentment. Gratitude has been shown to reduce stress, improve relationships, and increase overall happiness, all of which contribute to mental strength. One of the most challenging but transformative habits is learning to embrace discomfort. Growth often happens outside your comfort zone, and mentally strong individuals understand that avoiding discomfort stunts progress. Whether it's having a difficult conversation, taking on a new challenge, or confronting a fear, intentionally stepping into uncomfortable situations builds resilience and courage. Over time, you become less afraid of failure or rejection, viewing them as opportunities to learn rather than threats to your self-worth. Another habit that enhances mental strength is limiting distractions and focusing deeply on what matters. In a world filled with constant notifications, social media, and endless demands for attention, developing the habit of focused work is essential. Mentally strong individuals practice techniques like time blocking or prioritizing tasks to minimize distractions and maximize productivity. This habit not only helps you achieve your goals more effectively, but also strengthens your ability to resist instant gratification and stay committed to long-term objectives. Mentally strong individuals make a habit of surrounding themselves with positive influences. The people you spend the most time with significantly affect your mindset and resilience. Seek out relationships with individuals who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to grow. Avoid toxic or draining relationships that undermine your confidence or encourage negative thought patterns. Building a supportive network reinforces your mental strength and provides encouragement during difficult times. Developing mental strength through habits is not about avoiding challenges or suppressing emotions. It's about equipping yourself to face life's inevitable difficulties with resilience and grace. Each habit you cultivate reinforces your ability to stay focused, adaptable, and optimistic. Over time, these small, consistent practices build a foundation of mental toughness that allows you to thrive in any circumstance. Whether it's overcoming adversity, pursuing ambitious goals, or simply navigating everyday stress, the strength you develop through these habits becomes your greatest asset. The mind is a powerful tool capable of extraordinary creativity and insight. However, it can also become a breeding ground for doubt, negativity, and fear if left unchecked. Self-doubt and fear are natural emotions, often arising in response to challenges or uncertainty. But when they dominate our thoughts, they can cripple our ability to act, make decisions, or pursue our goals. Overcoming self-doubt and fear is not about erasing these emotions entirely because they are part of the human experience, but about learning to recognize, manage, and rise above them. Self-doubt often stems from a fear of failure, judgment, or inadequacy. It whispers that you are not good enough, capable enough, or deserving enough to succeed. Left unchallenged, these thoughts create a self-fulfilling cycle. You hesitate to take action, reinforcing the belief that you cannot achieve what you want. The first step to overcoming self-doubt is awareness. Recognize when doubt is speaking to you and separate it from reality. Doubt is not a fact, it is a perception. By labeling it as such, you begin to distance yourself from its influence. One effective way to challenge self-doubt is by reframing your thoughts. When faced with a negative belief, such as "I'm not good enough to do this," ask yourself if there is evidence to support it. Often you'll find that your doubt is based on assumptions rather than facts. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations rooted in truth. For instance, remind yourself of your past successes, skills, and the effort you've put into preparing for the task at hand. This shift in perspective can weaken the grip of self-doubt and reinforce your confidence. Fear, on the other hand, is often driven by uncertainty and the unknown. It is a protective mechanism designed to keep us safe from harm, but it can also prevent us from taking necessary risks or pursuing growth. Fear thrives in the absence of clarity. To overcome it, you must confront the source of your fear and break it down. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Often, the fear is not as overwhelming as it initially seems. By identifying specific concerns, you can address them more effectively. Taking action, even in small steps, is one of the most powerful ways to overcome fear. Fear often paralyzes us because it creates an illusion of powerlessness. But every time you take a step forward, whether it's starting a conversation, applying for a new job, or trying something outside your comfort zone, you prove to yourself that fear does not have to control you. These small victories build momentum and confidence, gradually diminishing the hold fear has over your life. Another critical strategy for overcoming self-doubt and fear is focusing on the process rather than the outcome. Fear and doubt often arise from worrying about things outside your control. Will you succeed? Will people approve? Will circumstances align perfectly? Shifting your attention to what you can control, your effort, preparation, and mindset reduces the mental noise created by uncertainty. By committing to doing your best in the present moment, you reclaim your power and reduce the anxiety tied to future outcomes. Part of relationships play a vital role in overcoming these mental barriers. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, encourage you, and remind you of your strengths. Their perspective can help counterbalance your inner critic, providing a reality check when your fears and doubts feel overwhelming. A strong support network can also remind you that you're not alone in your struggles. Everyone faces moments of uncertainty, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Visualization is another powerful tool for managing self-doubt and fear. When doubt arises, your mind often conjures worst-case scenarios, amplifying your anxiety. Counteract this by visualizing positive outcomes instead. Picture yourself succeeding, handling challenges with confidence, and overcoming obstacles. This mental rehearsal not only reduces fear, but also prepares your brain for real-life success by reinforcing a sense of capability and readiness. Self-compassion is an essential practice in overcoming self-doubt and fear. Too often, people criticize themselves harshly for feeling unsure or afraid, which only deepens the cycle of negativity. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend facing similar struggles. Remind yourself that everyone experiences doubt and fear, and these emotions do not define your worth or potential. Self-compassion allows you to recover more quickly from setbacks and maintain a balanced perspective during challenging times. Learning from failure is a key aspect of conquering these emotions. Many fears are rooted in the possibility of failing, yet failure is often the greatest teacher. Instead of avoiding it, reframe failure as a stepping stone to growth. Each misstep provides valuable lessons and opportunities to improve. The more you embrace failure as part of the journey, the less power it holds over you. Over time, this shift in mindset builds resilience and reduces the fear of taking risks. Practice patience with yourself. Overcoming self-doubt and fear is not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing process. There will be days when these emotions resurface, and that's okay. Progress is not about never feeling doubt or fear again. It's about becoming better at recognizing and managing them. Celebrate small wins, acknowledge your growth, and keep moving forward. In the end, self-doubt and fear are natural parts of life, but they don't have to control you. By developing strategies to confront and manage them, you can step into your full potential and live a life guided by confidence and courage rather than hesitation and fear. It is in facing these emotions, not avoiding them, that you find your true strength and resilience. Taking action is perhaps one of the most critical components of achieving success and controlling your life. In an ideal world, we would all have clear paths to our goals, ample resources, and perfect circumstances, but reality is rarely so predictable. Every day presents new challenges and uncertainties, and it's easy to become paralyzed by doubt, fear, or indecision. However, the difference between those who succeed and those who remain stagnant is often not intelligence, talent, or resources. It is the ability to take consistent action despite obstacles and uncertainties. The power of action lies not in its immediate results, but in its ability to build momentum, foster growth, and create opportunities where none seem to exist. Action is the antidote to procrastination, a pervasive habit that often stems from fear, perfectionism, or overwhelm. When faced with a task, the mind can easily become trapped in a cycle of overthinking. What if I fail? What if I make the wrong choice? What if others judge me? These thoughts can paralyze even the most determined individuals, leading them to delay taking the first step. However, the longer we wait, the more we feed into our fears, allowing them to grow and hinder our progress. The key to overcoming procrastination is to realize that action doesn't require perfection. It only requires forward movement, no matter how small. By breaking tasks into manageable steps and taking the first action, even if it feels imperfect, you create momentum that can propel you towards success. One of the most empowering aspects of taking action is that it fosters a sense of control. When life feels overwhelming or uncertain, taking action, no matter how small, reminds you that you have agency over your circumstances. It's easy to feel like a victim of your environment when things aren't going as planned, but each time you take deliberate action, you take back some of that power. It could be as simple as sending an email, making a phone call, or setting aside time to focus on a goal. Every effort, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a step in the right direction, bringing you closer to the outcome you desire. In this way, action reinforces the belief that you are in control of your destiny and that you can handle whatever challenges come your way. In addition to providing a sense of control, taking action also produces results. It's easy to dream, plan, and visualize success, but none of that can manifest into reality without action. Results come from doing, not just thinking. For instance, you may have the most well-thought-out business plan or fitness regimen, but if you don't take the necessary steps to implement them, they remain nothing more than ideas. Action transforms dreams into tangible outcomes. Each small effort compounds over time, and even if you don't see immediate results, progress is being made. Sometimes success doesn't come instantly, but consistent action ensures that you're always moving toward your goals, even when the path seems uncertain. Taking action leads to learning and growth. It's impossible to fully understand something or gain expertise in a field without practical experience. Action provides the hands-on learning that theory alone cannot deliver. When you step into a new endeavor or challenge, you inevitably make mistakes, learn from them, and refine your approach. For example, starting a new project or career path might involve making errors or facing difficulties, but each mistake is a lesson that contributes to your growth. In this way, action not only brings results, but also develops your skill set and resilience. The more you act, the more you refine your abilities, and the more confident you become in your capacity to handle future challenges. Taking action opens up new opportunities that would otherwise remain inaccessible. Opportunities often don't come knocking at your door. They are created through action. Networking, finding new clients, starting a new class, starting a new venture, none of these things happen by waiting for them to fall into your lap. They require stepping out of your comfort zone, taking risks, and embracing uncertainty. The more you put yourself out there and take action toward your goals, the more doors will open. Opportunities often come in unexpected forms, and only through action can you discover them. Whether it's learning new skills, meeting people who inspire you, or encountering situations that lead to unexpected growth, every step you take creates more possibilities. Another important aspect of taking action is the boost it provides to your self-confidence. Every time you take action, even when it feels challenging or uncomfortable, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of overcoming obstacles and making progress. Action builds confidence because it proves that you can handle the discomfort of uncertainty and still move forward. The more you act, the more you prove to yourself that you have the strength and resilience to pursue your goals. This self-assurance becomes an asset that propels you to take even more action, creating a cycle of growth and success. The fear of failure often holds people back from taking action, but failure is not the end, it is part of the process. Each setback is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. By taking action, you develop the ability to view failure as feedback rather than a reflection of your worth or ability. In fact, those who take consistent action and fail are often further ahead than those who never try at all. Taking risks, making mistakes, and learning from them are the hallmarks of personal growth. Failure only becomes a negative force when it stops you from trying again, but as long as you continue taking action, failure becomes nothing more than a stepping stone on your path to success. The act of taking action is transformative. It creates momentum, opens up new possibilities, builds confidence, and provides learning opportunities. Most importantly, it brings you closer to the life you want to create. No matter how big or small the action is, it matters. It's not about waiting for the perfect time or waiting until everything aligns perfectly. It's about stepping forward with courage and determination, trusting that every action you take is one step closer to realizing your dreams.